2 days ago, I started working on a Factory Tycoon project. Here's what I did until now. So nothing actually special, but in this video I will show you the basic to create a good Tycoon game. First, create a cube, resize it to make it look like the ground. Okay, maybe this is a little too much. Now create some folders, one for the scripts, one for the materials, and lastly for the prefabs. Create an empty object and rename it Money Manager. It will be used to manage your earnings. Create a cube that will represent one of the materials. In the material folder, create a new material that will represent the color. In my case, the black for the coal. Assign the material to the cube that you have just created. Size it as you want. In my case, I will do it very small to represent the coal. Some of you could think that I'm doing a Roblox Tycoon tutorial, but no, I just didn't give to the object a shape, so I will do it later. Drag the object in the prefabs folder to create a prefab of it. Also remove the cube from the scene. Create another cube, place it where you want. It will be the position from where will be spawned the coal. Duplicate it by pressing Ctrl C and Ctrl V and place it next to the spawner. It will be the destroyer that once destroyed the coal will give you the money. Now, if you want, you can assign to them some colors. This helps me to stay more organized. Now, create an empty game object and rename it as you want. It will be the manager of the game. Okay, now we can start programming. Go to the game manager and add a script. We will write the code to start spawning the coal. Create two GameObject variables. Call them CallPrefab and Clone. Now create a function that will spawn the materials. The cloned GameObject is equal to GameObject instantiate, the command to spawn things. Then create a transform spawn point and put it in spawnConf function. Also, don't forget to put this parameter, otherwise the game will give you error. Now, create an IE numerator function. Create a yield return new wait for seconds and create a float variable seconds. Now, call the previous function and start coroutine. Copy the coroutine and paste it in the start function. Don't forget to reference all the objects and the positions in the spector. Here's the final result, and as you can see, everything works fine. Now we have to set the movement of the materials. To do it, create an empty object, rename it Waypoint Manager. it will be used to control all the places where the material go. So to start, put the furnace game object in it. So add to the code prefab a script that will be used to move it. Define a float movement speed variable and a private transform target. In the waypoint manager, create a new script. Now comes an important topic on which many make confusion: the accessibility from two different scripts. I will show you the method that I use because I think this is the easiest one and it's also efficient. In the waypoint script, put this transform call target. In the call move script, create a reference to the waypoint script and rename it as you want. But how do we actually get the reference? Well, in the awake function, name of function is equal to GameObject.findObjectType waypoint. And that's it. That's enough to get a reference. As we can set transform in the prefab, we can make it equal to the transform in waypoint script. Now we have to set the movement. To make this, create a new vector free dir is equal to target point position minus transform dot position. Now use transform dot translate to move. So dar dot normalized multiplied speed call multiplied time dot delta time and space dot word. Now in the call spawner script, at the end of the function put a return. Now in the end put an if statement. If vector free dot distance to positions is less or equal than 0.2f, destroy the game object. And we are finally done. Now reference all the objects in the inspector and the work is done.